This video is sponsored by Hazel Pharmaceuticals.
We've got indemnity for prosecution, so if you try and sue us, you'll probably fail. All together now. So, I was talking to Hazel here and her dog about the lockdowns of 2020, and we were talking about whether the government's response to the COVID outbreak was justified and proportionate, and we're talking about the death stats. And I know you said that you felt things could have been handled differently, Hazel. Do you want to say something about that one more time for the camera at all?
Yeah, so I was just saying it's very easy to criticise after the fact and say we should have done X, Y, Z. But my personal stance on it is that if we'd have locked down like a couple of months longer initially, it would have run its course. I think we came out of the initial lockdown too soon, and that's why we've had the on and off lockdowns for like the next couple of years. I think had we have just done it for like another month or something, that would have been it. Like, you know, other countries did that and they were fine. New Zealand, you know, they locked down for longer than us, but after that they were grand. So that's my personal perspective.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
The question is motion number 4 as on the order paper. As many as are of that opinion say aye. Aye. Of the contrary, no. Aye. Aye. Could I have the noes again? No. I'm afraid, I fear, the mood of the House is not to have a vote on this. I do understand. I think the honourable gentleman would have to rustle up a few more people to really get the sense that we required a vote when we do. I'm sure they will. So I think the ayes have it, the ayes. Thank you.
Thank you. And hello, just doing a quick interview of Hazel here. I'm David, by the way. Hello. Sorry, holding her up, clearly. No, sorry, Hazel. So you feel that if we lock down sooner, maybe a couple of months sooner in 2020, this whole COVID outbreak would have been managed more fully and would have actually, quote unquote, saved more lives? Would you say?
I'm not necessarily sure about sooner, but longer.
Take them away.
I can't remember like the exact stats of it, but I know New Zealand locked down around the same time as us, but they stayed locked down longer. And then once they finished their lockdown, they didn't have any others, and they were pretty, okay after that. Whilst the rest of us were still in and out of lockdown, and I think we did better than other countries like America. But yeah, I think had we just stayed locked down, even just a couple of weeks, a month longer, we wouldn't have needed all the other lockdowns.
Sure. And I was going to say on the note of New Zealand, so I've got a bit of a dog standoff in the background here. Your dog's very quiet. George is very quiet. In terms of the lockdown management, I mean, in Australia, in Victoria, Melbourne, Australia, Dan Andrews, the then Premier of Melbourne, he actually sent armed police out, actually fully armed police, to tell people to go home, and they're actually carrying weapons, live guns. Would you say that was a way to go over here? Do you think that could have curtailed things a bit better over here?
What sort of gun is that? If you've had enough as much as us, why are you still enforcing it, boys?
You have to.
No, you don't have to.
This is what, listen, we're not here to argue with you unless go home. Otherwise, they start issuing tickets.
Bro.
We don't want to do it, but we will do it, right?
Well, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Stand up for what you believe in rather than paycheck.
Just go home, alright? We get paid to do this, mate. I'm just as over this fucking protest as you are. By protest, I mean lockdown, alright?
Fair enough,
unfortunately,
fair enough.
I've got to do what I've got to do.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You're choosing to do it for
I'm
a
not
paycheck.
skilled to do anything else, mate. So unfortunately,
Mate,
this time of my life, that's what I have to
and
do.
the people of us that aren't skilled, we don't get paid. We're not getting food at the moment.
I hear you, mate. My wife's in the same position. She's out of a job at the moment as well. I understand you're being pissed off about it, but there's a way to go about it, that's all. And unfortunately, punching on with coppers isn't it, mate.
I respect that. And I feel like it's like an animal's backed into a corner. We don't want anything. We don't want to attack. We don't want any of this.
You might not, mate.
You keep pushing us, and that's where we're all at. We don't want to do this, but we're having to do this because we cannot see our families. People are killing themselves. None of this has to do with health. What health has to do with is exercise, fruit in the sun, not injections. Okay? Mental health affects physical health. You're locking us indoors. People are killing themselves. It's not to do with health.
I don't have time to get in a debate about it.
I know, because you need a paycheck. It doesn't matter what I say, because you're getting paid at the end of the day and you've got guns.
Look, at the end of the day, I agree with you.
Then why are you standing on this side and not with us?
Because that's what I get paid to do.
So you agree with me, but you get paid to do that, so you stand on that side.
Why I'm trying to talk to you the way I'm talking to you, as opposed
Exactly,
to...
because it's not, you're doing what you're getting paid to do, not what you stand in, and that's why I disrespect you.
That's fine, and I'm still asking you to go home, please.
Yeah, get your paycheck so you and your wife can eat. We won't, but you can eat, so...
Hey bro, we're not going home, we're just walking.
I know, hey, we're not going home, we're not listening to your orders anymore.
I'm just letting you know, we come back again, you're all going to be arrested.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. We don't, if you can't tell, we're not afraid anymore. If you can't tell, we're not afraid anymore. If you can't tell, we're not afraid anymore.
It's a tough one because, if you stayed in your bubbles, the spread of it is like far limited. But I think the kind of people that still aren't going to no matter what, you're not going to shoot for it. So I think there's always going to be people that just won't listen, like your anti-vaxxer types. There's not a lot you can do about it. You can lock them up, maybe, keep them in a jail overnight, but then they'll go back and do it again. And if anything, it'll probably spur them on because, fuck the system.
Sure.
So yeah, I think there's always going to be people you can't control. But then, if they're mixing and passing it on to each other, that's kind of on them. It's just when they pass it to other people that's the problem.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Hazel. Thank you so much for your time.
It's nice
I'll let you get on your way now.
Thank you.
What?
gentlemen, get this on camera. 2021 Clapham Common. This is democracy in action.
I can laugh when things ain't funny. Happy go lucky me.